I still have like a little bit left in this one.
It's okay, I'll finish.
I'll add it to this cup?
Yeah.
Should I add it?
I can't even honestly get the foil off. I'm gonna do it without that.
Oh, there you go.
Welcome to our podcast. Someone hang out with us.
Yes, welcome.
We're drinking a third Stella, and by third I mean like third together.
Yes.
Like we didn't have three
Like if you
each.
combine them all.
This was how many I had in my fridge.
Mm-hmm. And it's gonna expire on like Tuesday, so we gotta
finish it. Oh, good job. Get it, girl.
finish it.
You didn't want to just leave it?
No.
Cool. All right, cheers.
Cheers.
This time we're civilized. Drinking from a glass.
Remove these bottles from the situation.
Okay, so Michelle and I are like a little spooked.
Very spooked.
We just finished recording our other podcast, like our other episode, like what would be last week's for you.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, this 22nd episode, so it would be like 3 from.
Yeah,
Anyway.
it'd be the week of March 26th.
Okay, so I put it on YouTube. I clicked on it, and before the beginning title screen, like screen grab of a YouTube video of a wrestling match of a Japanese man's name.
What was his name?
Nakamoto. Wait.
Something with an S. Shinsuke Nakamura. He's a Japanese professional wrestler.
It was so scary. By the way, did we introduce ourselves?
Oh, I'm Michelle.
I'm Haley. Yeah. Okay, so anyway, that was really terrifying. And we're still kind of like coming down from that.
I just had no idea. It was like the very first frame, it just kind of flashed and then went away. So we're like, well, did you see that? I saw that.
Yeah, we couldn't even pause on it. Like, I
Yeah.
had to record my screen and then take a screenshot of my recorded screen.
Yeah.
And then we reverse image searched it and it wouldn't come up. Like,
It's really weird.
It's really strange and scary.
Like, I can't help but think that, like, someone put it there.
Yeah.
But, like, why would someone put it there? And we can't find the video that this screen grab came from.
Which is, like,
We don't
very
see it
strange.
anywhere. Because we looked up his name, and it literally was, like, a title card of his name with, like, a blue background and stuff. And we looked it up, and we don't see that title card anywhere.
I'm worried because I've been having a lot of trouble sleeping already that I'm, like, not going to be able to sleep tonight.
Oh, no!
Just because I'm going to be, like, thinking about
Like, where is Shinsuke Nakamura? And his publicity team.
I know.
They're probably like, it's like, what was it, U2? When
Yeah.
they put all their music
Oh my God,
on
that was
everyone's phones.
terrible. That was awful.
It's like that. It's like at the beginning of every YouTube video, Shinsuke Nakamura is going to have like his little screen grab.
If you see it, can you tell us?
Yeah, really. We want to know if this is like not just an us problem.
I'm like concerned. Michelle wants to email YouTube.
I plan on emailing YouTube.
All right, you should do it.
I'll email them.
Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I don't know what I would say.
I would just tell them the situation and be like, this is strange. Like, do you have any information on
Do you want
this?
to add the screenshot? Like, as
Yeah,
an
I would love to
attachment?
add the screenshot. I love doing that.
This is so scary.
Emailing people and be like, also refer to this screenshot if you'd like to.
Oh my God. A brat. That's what you are.
I'm not a brat.
It's okay.
I just back myself up with information.
That's what they always say at my job. They're like, remember, cover your ass.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, true.
Because you can be like, in case you think I'm lying,
Yeah.
here's the proof. So you don't have to have a back and forth. You can just be like, this is what I need. Here's the proof.
Mm-hmm.
Don't question it. Just solve it.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
True.
It's more efficient than having them be like, are you sure? What are you referring to? No, here's the proof. I got it. I had to do that once when I was not being paid properly for something.
Oh my God.
And I had to be like, here is the screenshot of what I've been paid. And here's the screenshot of what I should be paid.
Wow. Oh, wait, how'd you find a screenshot of what you should be paid?
Well, like, my hours.
Oh, okay.
The math.
Yeah, yeah.
And then here's a screenshot of
Are you sure
the
it wasn't just
transactions.
taxes?
No. It was like it was a shorted transaction.
Got it. Sorry, I'm like looking for a link. Well, I'm really excited to hear what YouTube says to you.
I am too. I'm kind of hoping they're like, yeah, it's so weird. Everyone's having this problem.
Yeah.
You know? And then, like, maybe Shinsuke Nakamura will come out and be like, yeah, it's all my fault. Or he'll be like, I don't know how it happened. It might be the Illuminati. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I'm curious.
Do you think, like, other people have had this problem?
I don't know.
Like, that we should just Google it?
Well, but nothing came up when we Googled his name. Maybe other people have had this problem with other things.
Okay, wait. YouTube video glitch showing screen shot in beginning of video.
Okay.
That's like a lot. The glitch effect in the mini broken? No. Yeah. This is gonna be hard to find.
Yeah, that's weird.
Oh my god. I feel like freaked out. I know, I'm freaked out too.
Someone, if you know anything about this, tell us it's gonna be okay.
Yeah, please.
It's so weird.
Oh,
so
God.
weird. Especially because we were having trouble uploading it to YouTube earlier today.
Yeah, to begin
and now,
with.
like, this happened. It doesn't make any sense.
I'm afraid.
Oh, well. Maybe YouTube can solve it for us.
Ugh. All right, let's get on to this podcast.
Okay.
So what we're going to do today is, oh my God, if anyone's watching the video right now, like, don't. Why am I sitting like this?
I'm, like, so thrilled to be
when
here.
I'm, like, being filmed. What we're going to do today is, like, listen to royalty-free music and decide what kind of podcast would go with it. Michelle and I, when we started it, we were, like, listening to all this music and, like, we were like, this wouldn't be for ours. This would be for
yeah,
we're
a podcast.
about
It's like true crime.
the circus,
yeah.
you know. So we're gonna do that. But first, like, what are some podcasts you're listening to right now? You have a lot of commuting time. What are you doing during it?
I don't listen to podcasts on my commute because it wastes my battery.
Oh.
And I have to make my battery last all day.
True.
But usually during my commuting time, I, like, read the news and I read my email because on the way to work, starting at about 8:30, we start to get all our potential stories for the day. So I'm really just reading those.
Got it.
And some days I do this. Like, I write the descriptions.
Oh, true.
And I do the social media and stuff. And I do, like, amateur hour social media stuff.
So have you been listening to podcasts lately?
No, not really. I haven't been listening to anything except music when I work out. I really haven't even been watching that much TV.
Oh my God. I've been listening to more podcasts than ever.
Really?
Yeah, especially last week I listened to like 5 hours of podcasts because my job for the week was to like run around and like deliver stuff to people. Mm-hmm. And I started listening to Dax Shepard's podcast.
Oh, he has a podcast?
It's called like Armchair something. Dax.
He's funny. I like him.
Armchair Expert. Mm-hmm. It's really good. So he has his producer like be in the same room as him during it, so she'll like talk. Mm-hmm. And it throws me off sometimes, but I like it.
Yeah, like the voice coming on the side. I did listen to a couple of episodes of Anna Faris's podcast, which is a little older. It's like a little dated, but her producer talks during it too.
Yeah.
And I think then she has someone else talk during it. I forget who she is. But they kind of like chat, like you could hear that they're like further away.
Yeah.
But they kind of like chime in. It's really cute.
And then at the end of he does like fact checking. Like the producer does fact checking. So like all the shit he said that is not true, she like corrects. So she'll be like, okay, Dax, you said that humans came to the earth, or like primates or whatever, were on Earth 75,000 years ago, but the real number is 200,000 years ago. You know, she'll say stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or she'll be like, you said that Kristen Bell, your wife, was 8 years old when she started acting, but really she was 12.
That's so cute.
I know, it's really funny.
She also, Kristen Bell, not a podcast, but she has this thing that she's doing with Ellen, and it's like mom something.
Oh, I don't know what it is.
Momsplaining with Kristen Bell.
Oh my God,
it's
that's
really
really
funny. It's really cute and really funny. And it's actually like real legitimate information.
Yeah.
About like motherhood and
That's
like
so funny.
But it's so funny cuz she's so like there's just some like her style of humor is like so unique and strange.
Yeah.
It's really funny, and she brought Catherine Hahn onto one of the episodes. It was really cute.
Oh my
really
God.
funny.
That's so
because they were in Bad
fun.
Moms together.
I want to listen to that. I mean, watch that.
Yeah. Oh, I did start listening to a podcast a while ago, but I haven't caught up with it, but I get the notifications on my phone every week because I subscribe to it. What is it called? I have to check. But it's really good. And each episode is like the side effects of blank. Oh. Small Doses with Amanda Seales. And she basically just talks about like different like life things. It's kind of like her take on like all different things you could like go through in life and her experience with it, and then she'll bring a guest on and like they'll talk about their experience with it. So some of them are like funny and some of them are like a little more serious. See more episodes. Like side effects of being an extrovert, side effects of side effects of working with your friends, side effects of being a realist, being type A, being an innovator, side effects of sexual harassment, side effects of the curve, as in like when you curve someone. There's just like some mini episodes and stuff, side effects of insecurity. It's just like little life things, and she's really funny and very like straightforward. She's just like nice to listen to.
I like that.
Yeah, it's like a good like I don't know, just like conversational podcast.
Yeah. A podcast I've been obsessed with is In the Limelight. Have I talked about this before? It's a like pop culture podcast by Vanity Fair, and it's these two people who write for Vanity Fair. One writes in LA and one writes in New York, and they're best friends, but they like don't live near each other. So it's like one of the only times they like talk. Yeah, and they're obsessed with like Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, and that's like and Gwyneth Paltrow. Those are like their main obsessions.
Why Gwyneth Paltrow?
So literally like every episode is about Meghan and Harry and like Gwyneth Paltrow and then like maybe another thing. It's so funny. Like the Oscars happened. Yeah. and I'm pretty sure like most of the episode was about like Meghan Markle's new beret she was wearing. It was so, oh my God, hysterical.
That's funny.
Or like, so the guy, I don't even know their names, which is so bad because I listen to it every week. And I look forward to it. It comes out on Fridays. But the guy like went to the Goop Summit and talked, and literally I've like never have been interested in knowing what would go on. Yeah. At like a Goop Summit, but it was so funny how he was talking about it. And they have like really dry, sarcastic humor. Yeah. Yeah, they talked for like 20 minutes last episode about how there was an Angelina Jolie sighting in Studio City, like at a paper source. And then Urban Outfitters. And they literally talked for like 20 minutes about like what she was wearing and like why it was so out of place in Studio City and like what people in Studio City usually wear. And, like,
oh my God.
How her daughters were wearing like track pants, which is like what you would wear to an Urban Outfitters, but not Angelina.
Oh my God.
It's hysterical. And then I'm also listening to Happier with Gretchen Rubin and Happier in Hollywood, which is her sister's podcast with her like pilot writing partner. Just so interesting, actually, because like that's my career.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's my industry. So yeah,
that's cool.
But I've had so much time to listen to podcasts because I've literally just been like running around all day. Yeah, a lot of people listen to podcasts while they work.
Yeah, I can't.
I could never.
Well, I like have to listen to what I work on.
Oh, that's true.
Because so I can't listen to like music or podcasts or anything like that.
But like even
my old job was all listening to podcasts, so I listened to a lot of podcasts in my old job.
And were any interesting?
There were some interesting ones.
That's good.
Yeah, there was one that was like career focused, and I really enjoyed working on that one. I would actually like listen to the whole thing. I'd be like, good. I'm supposed to be doing other things, but I'll listen to it.
It's work.
Yeah. I like My Favorite Murder.
Okay.
Which is a big podcast.
Yeah, people
it's been happening for a while. They have a lot of episodes. It's one of those you can really jump in anywhere. Mm-hmm. And they're just like two friends who are obsessed with murder and like murder stories and mysteries. And I love the episodes where people talk about their hometown murders. I love those.
Oh my God, that's scary.
Like people write in and be like, "This happened in my hometown. It was so crazy."
We have one of those.
They'll do. Do we really?
Mm-hmm.
A murder?
A murder?
A murder?
Yeah. Someone set someone's house on fire.
What? Wait, when?
Like,
when did that
maybe
happen?
last year or 2 years ago.
It was that recent?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about this at all.
Because
like literal like arson?
It was like a man set a woman's house on fire because she like broke up with him or something. Or was like cheating on her.
What?
I mean on him.
Was it like near us?
No.
Oh.
Near our homes?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Honestly, bananas. I remember, like, there was a huge thing. I had a friend, and I would go to her house, and people would be like, "Are you really going to her house?" I'd be like, "Yeah, why?" And they'd be like, "Someone on her street died. Like, they committed suicide. They hung themselves in a house on her street." And I'd be like, "So?"
Yeah.
That happened literally, like, not in her house.
Yeah, not in her house. So, like, the whole street is, like, what, haunted
and
now?
I'd be like, when
what?
did this happen? They'd be like, 10 years ago. I'm like, yo, I was 2.
Okay. Oh
As
my
a literal
God.
fetus.
That's how, like, little happened in our neighborhood. That,
Yeah.
like, someone died once.
Yeah.
And they were like, that street is haunted. Like, you walk around New York City and it's like, okay, like, I don't know what happened here 5 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm. Seriously. Like, you hear alarms and you're like, oh, that's probably where it just was.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Yeah. I was somewhere 2 days ago. I was at a friend's apartment and we went somewhere and we came back and like 2 hours I left and there was police tape where we just were. I was like, wow, we missed that one.
Oh my God. What is your favorite murder? Do you have one?
My favorite murder?
Isn't that the whole point of the podcast? I don't even know.
Well, it's like, it's called My Favorite Murder because it's just like they find murder stories they're like interested in and passionate about and they just like share them. I don't like remember one specific that's like my favorite. Murder is very frightening to me.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
for sure.
I'm not like they're like really into it. I like listen to it because I kind of like hearing them talk about it. Mm-hmm. But I wouldn't. It's hard for me to be like, oh, I love this murder story because like someone died.
Yeah, it's very strange.
There are interesting stories. There are very interesting stories, but there's a lot of things that make them interesting.
I can't. It's so true. Like I can't even like recall a murder.
Yeah.
Right now, you know.
Yeah.
That I could like describe the Menendez brothers. I
Yeah.
don't know. Anyway, like
I do like documentaries on it though, on murders. More interesting.
Well,
do you watch
like,
Making a Murderer?
You're like straying from the transition.
I know. Okay, sorry.
So like we gotta bring it back towards the transition.
So like podcasts.
Yeah, but it has to be smoother than that. It's like you love Making a Murderer. Mm-hmm. Which is a podcast.
Well, My Favorite Murder is a podcast.
My Favorite Murder.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What?
They have a theme song.
And what's it like?
It's like someone sang it for them.
Saying
My Favorite Murder.
Over
and they
and
sang
over?
it.
Like a chant?
No, like they sing it. There's like a little guitar and it's like very simple.
That's really weird.
And it's like they were in a box and they sang it. Like a recording studio, but like not really, like someone's room with a microphone. And they're like singing My Favorite Murder and then it starts. I skip it.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. I like the podcast, but the theme song is not. No. I think they could use an upgrade, is what I think.
All right, maybe we could find one for them.
Maybe we can.
Wow, amazing. Seamless, smooth.
When
cover
I try.
girl. All right, let's see. Okay, so we're going to my favorite royalty-free music website, which is Incompetech, because I'm pretty sure all of the music is by the same guy, so if I say it now, it's okay. It's Kevin MacLeod
MacLeod or something.
MacLeod. Anyway, like, how do I get it?
Go to collections, maybe.
Where? Oh. And just, like, click. Okay, cool. So, what should we start in?
Oh my god, there's so many categories. What about hard electronic?
Okay.
Ready?
Let's see.
We have to go by a title too.
Okay, let's pick go-kart.
Go-kart, okay. Ready, everyone?
Wait.
You have to click on it first. Hit listen now. Okay. So I feel like this one's maybe like a fitness inspiration podcast. But
interesting.
Like specifically for like men who want to like bulk up.
Oh, like are skinny and like scrawny men.
Not necessarily, maybe for those people, the audience, but like the person who leads this podcast is like a bodybuilder.
Okay.
And they're like, I'm going to teach you how to get tough and get strong and like accomplish your dreams, you know? One of those.
And like make the perfect protein shake.
Yeah, it's like protein shakes and like all you eat is chicken and brown rice and spinach. And we're going to do pull-ups.
Okay.
Like that. Is there a fitness podcast? You can't really like talk to someone about fitness, can you?
You can.
You kind of have to do like videos.
I don't know.
But like if someone had a podcast and it was like, we're going to work out. But it was like not that good.
Okay.
You
like
know
an
what I mean?
amateur, like ours. Like gets the same amount of views as our podcast.
Yeah, maybe.
Except ours is good. Just no one listens to it.
Yeah, it's just like some guy somewhere was like, became like a crazy bodybuilder and is like, I'm going to share my knowledge with the world.
Okay.
And that's his
I see
podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was thinking something totally different.
Yeah, what were you thinking?
I have listened, I don't listen like regularly, to this podcast called Reply All, and it's like it's like about technology.
Okay.
And like IT. And that's what I thought.
Yeah, I could see that too. Like video games. A video
game.
game podcast, maybe.
Yeah.
Because it's got that weird like synth.
Yeah. All right, I see it. Let's try. What category are we in again?
We're in hard electronic.
Okay, let's try one more from hard. Okay,
Harmful or fatal.
Harmful or fatal.
Okay. Oh my.
I think I know this one. Do you think it has a beat drop? I don't.
No, I think it's going to go on for like 2 minutes.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
This reminds me of Star Trek, the movie.
Okay.
I'm thinking it's like they talk about how the remakes of the original sci-fi materials went wrong. And that's the podcast.
So like a sci-fi fandom podcast.
Except it's like very niche to like remakes.
Okay.
And comparing them.
Being like the original was better.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Or
That could be the
not.
name of the podcast.
The original, that's good.
Yeah, I thought immediately Spy Kids 3D Game Over when I heard that song.
Yeah. Not me. I didn't feel that. But, okay.
But that's the vibe I got. But sci-fi works, like, equally as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's try funk and blues.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to pick Funky Chunk.
Perfect.
I have to.
I feel like it's got to be a game show.
I feel like I need more information.
Like a game show podcast.
Okay. Like trivia?
Yeah.
Like it's bar trivia, but you listen to a podcast and that's...
Yeah. Yeah, it's like fun trivia. It's not like Jeopardy. It's like fun, funky trivia. But it's like a little nerdy.
Okay. Everything that has to do with podcasts is a little nerdy.
It's true.
That's why we're saying it. Okay, I get it. Okay, let's listen to another one in this category. Let's listen to Funkorama. No, Fork and Spoon.
Okay. This is a cool podcast.
Ooh. This is like if the Roots had a podcast and they weren't allowed to use their own music.
And they like had to downgrade.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I
think it's
don't know. Can you play it again?
from the beginning or continue it?
From the beginning. Because that's what you hear with the podcast. You're going to hear the beginning, you know?
Oh, wait. I don't think I can. Okay.
Like, this is when they're talking about they're like introducing themselves, you know? Because then it just gets less cool at this point in the podcast, in the song. Like, the organ really does not do it for me.
Maybe it's a podcast about... I don't even know.
All I can think of is, like, when you're at a baseball stadium and they're playing, like, the organ. They're playing, like...
They don't play this funky music.
No, they don't, but they play, like, Take Me Out to the Ball Game on the organ.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, that sounds weird.
Okay,
I don't know.
Here's what I think. It's like a weekly roundup podcast. It's like what happened in sports and pop culture this week, but it's like not... There's no commentary, there's no satire, there's nothing. It's just explanations and factual.
And it's got to have sports in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
It's just factual.
I like that.
There's no, like, extra stuff to it.
Okay.
Let's do medium rock.
Okay, medium. Not hard rock, medium.
Which one do you want to do?
Iron Bacon.
Okay, amazing. I love Iron Bacon. Okay, this is the type of music that makes you want to turn your volume down on your computer, like, so bad.
Oh, wow, that is not medium rock. That's
okay.
a lot of rock.
Okay, Okay, this podcast is like, it's just like a regular guy with long, scraggly hair.
Yeah. He's a big guy. He's a big guy, and
he's not.
I imagine him having like, what's that? Like that mustache
goatee
beard thing. Is that a goatee?
I think so.
No, goatee's a thing that's here. The thing that goes all the way around.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's got like middle hair. It's kind of wavy.
Right.
Middle parted hair. It's kind of wavy. And he yells. He yells the podcast the whole time.
Oh
he's
my
like,
God.
Hi everyone.
Do you ever listen to Mark Maron? Like he sounds like Mark Maron.
Mark Maron doesn't really yell though, does he?
He kind of does. I think they just like adjust his volume, his levels.
But like the people who yell and they maybe don't sound like they're not the volume of yelling, but they're like sound like they're straining their voices to talk.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one of those guys. Maybe he even like.
What does he talk about?
I don't know, but you know that guy that drinks all that like he'll take a whole handle and he'll chug it on YouTube. like, maybe he does that every so often.
Oh, yeah.
On this podcast.
I understand that.
And he's like, you can't see it, but I'm chugging a whole handle of Rubinoff.
I think he talks about his vintage t-shirt collection.
Oh, yeah. And the concerts he went to in, like, 1993.
Yeah. That's exactly what he talks about.
Yeah. It's really just for his own, like, release.
Yeah,
like, he just is doing this to, like, really... It's like his diary.
Yeah.
And maybe some people are listening to it, but to him it's like, I need to express myself. I'm going to make this podcast and I'm going to yell about my life. Mm-hmm. That's his podcast.
Okay, should we do another from this category?
Yeah, I like this category. Let's do one more.
Okay, let's do pilot error.
Okay.
Oh man.
This is like a serious podcast.
I know what this is.
What is it?
This is like if Mythbusters was a podcast. Right?
Yeah.
And it's like they introduce the myth in the beginning.
Yeah.
And then this music plays.
Yeah.
And then they're like, will we bust it? Y or N?
Y or N.
Y/N.
And then they like play it really quiet underneath it. They're like, well, we took this thing to a pool and we tried to drown it. You know?
Yeah. It's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. You can't even, like, come up with another thing for that, because that's just right. Let's do Christmas.
Oh my god.
This is going to be hard.
Okay, this is going to be hard.
Well,
these are, like, real
songs
songs.
we know.
Christmas rap, what's that?
Where?
Up at the top.
Oh. Wait, wish background. All right. Okay, this is someone's, like, Christmas episode of their podcast. Mm-hmm. But the podcast is about, like, beauty. Like
makeup? Like makeup? Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And, like,
okay.
Skincare. And stationery. You know those girls who, like, have stationery?
Stationery?
Like,
could you imagine listening to a podcast about stationery?
If you know what I mean.
Well, I'm sure it exists. Yeah.
It's right.
Yeah.
Do you have anything
And she's
to
like,
add?
maybe doing, like, she's doing, like, a Christmas. How do you have a podcast about makeup? You can't see them.
No, just talking about it.
Oh, like her favorite Christmas thing.
Yeah.
And then I feel like this one has to have, like, a giveaway.
Yeah.
This is like a giveaway.
It's a giveaway. Wait, I have to listen to Wish background.
Mm. Okay, I know this one. So stay with me on this one.
Yeah.
This is like a lady who like helps people adopt puppies.
Yeah.
And it's her Christmas, like, blowout adoption. Mm-hmm. We gotta get all these puppies adopted. Mm-hmm. And she's like, hello everyone, it's Christmas time. I have so many puppies and I need you to adopt them. That's the podcast.
Do you know another thing that substantiates your story?
What?
This is 19 minutes and 34 seconds long. So
it runs the whole time.
It's definitely running the entire
Oh, it's the whole time.
time.
She's like, I got this music. It's the whole podcast. I just voice over the music.
She probably cut her podcast to be the same length as the music.
She's like, okay, I have 19 minutes and 24 seconds to get these dogs adopted.
Yeah. Like, she doesn't know how to cut music, probably. She just, like...
Yeah. Okay, I have to fill this amount of time.
Yeah. I think we have to do this one.
Which one? Okay, do it.
Can you pronounce it? Dance macabre.
Dance macabre.
Dance macabre. Bruh.
Well,
it's
like Les Miserables.
Let's do, like, let's keep it simple and do the classic Dance macabre. Bruh.
ribs. I can't do. Did it stop?
No.
Okay, I have to tell you something. Yeah. And this may get me into some trouble.
What?
When we were doing, in college, when we were doing our theses, like our final theses, one of the first people who did theirs had this exact song. This exact song in their thesis, and I had to cue it and play it for them.
How do you know?
And every time I played it, that would get me the way it just got me. Because it's like, did I accidentally turn the volume off? Is there no music? Oh, shit, there it is.
What is this?
It's just some song, and I thought it was a real song, but apparently they just found it on this royalty-free music website.
But what is this?
It's like I don't know. I think Danse Macabre has some sort of like, it means something in French.
I think it's the
like macabre is like the dark and dismal.
Yeah. I think it's the French version of My Favorite Murder, like the dubbed version.
Oh my god! Yes.
Except how
it's
can
a
it
dubbed
be dubbed?
podcast. It's just a new podcast. It's just a new one.
Yeah.
It's pretty much just plagiarized at that point.
Okay, let's do
oh my god, it's so funny.
Wonders of Other Worlds. Thunder Dreams? Exotic Battle.
Okay. What the fuck does that mean? Oh, I was gonna say a cooking podcast, but then it went dark like that.
Nah. Let's see how this...
Maybe like a history of war
No.
podcast? No.
Oh, yeah. I get that.
Like a
but,
you know.
I think it's for a very specific time period. I think it's for, like, Bible times.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the Crusades.
Yeah.
Yeah. Specifically a podcast about the Crusades.
Bible times. Let's do oddities. How about
Crunk Night? We have to.
wait, Crunk, Knight, just for the listeners out there.
It's really a Crunk Night, like a night, like the knights in shining armor.
Oh, it's so loud.
Are you kidding?
Okay.
It has to be a medieval.
This
times.
reminds me of a video game I had.
What video game?
I don't remember.
I feel like this has to be like a couple that goes to
Medieval times.
medieval reenactments.
Oh yeah, and they're like
Renaissance fair frequenters.
Renaissance fair, San Francisco this weekend.
They go to all the Renaissance
Here's
fairs.
what happened.
Yeah, they're
And
like
then-
reviewing them all.
Yeah, and then it's like dun, 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 like the song, and then they're like, it was like a on-site interview with someone there.
Yeah,
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 and the
yeah.
person's
like
like,
they talk to like the
I'm
guy
having a
playing
great
King
time,
Arthur.
but you know what? Like my favorite one is in San Francisco. It's San Diego, and
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah, definitely.
that was like really.
And then like maybe at the end they do like a little medieval role playing.
Yeah,
Like
they're,
a little bit.
like over the music,
Yeah.
and the music fades slowly to full volume to play them out.
Yeah. They have like a little play at the
Yeah.
end.
Too much. We have great imaginations. Okay, this is film scoring mood. Oh no, let's do lighter fare.
Okay.
How about
How about touching moments?
yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Oh gosh.
Water droplets on the river.
Absolutely. Okay. Oh wow. This is like what they play in church when they play slideshows.
What church do you go to that slideshows? No, wait,
There's one
really
church in our
sad.
town that's very cheesy, and they do, like, slideshows all the time. Like, not fun slideshows.
This is really sad. I'm gonna, like,
What?
really break down. Okay, you know when someone dies and they have an obituary online and you can, like, leave a comment? Mm-hmm. This is the music in that.
Yeah. Yeah, like when the newspaper posts an obituary video.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
It's so sad, but this is the
But you're
music.
not wrong.
But what's the podcast?
Purely obituaries.
Oh my god.
It's just obituaries.
Just that's really sad.
No. I think it'd be like...
Famous obituaries?
No.
Celebrity deaths. Like
But someone, like, really
chronicling top 75 celebrity deaths. Like, the most tragic.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, maybe. But I feel like whoever is using this music has to be cheesier than that.
Maybe they're not good at it.
What? Maybe they, like, just read adult, like, what's like the opposite of rom-com, like sad romance novels. Like, they read, like, sad romance novels on the podcast. It's, like, Audible, but, like, just sad romance novels that don't end well.
I don't know.
Whatever it is, it can't end well.
Well, that's what it is. Let's do one more.
Okay.
I think you know what we're gonna pick.
Yes! That's exactly what I was thinking.
Okay, polka.
Polka, polka, polka.
Okay, what should we pick?
I'm thinking either Glee Club polka or 4 Beers polka.
I think those both I want to do.
Okay.
Let's do both.
We could do both.
There's no rules. Glee Club polka.
Oh.
Okay, I have it.
Okay.
This podcast was started by a pure amateur because they just came back from a 3-month study abroad during the summer. And by study abroad, I mean, like, they took the summer off and went traveling with their friends. And this podcast is literally just them, like, talking about where they went. And, like, you know, when people are always like, oh, I love that place. Like, I went to Rome, too, and I went to that place, too, and I loved it. Like, that's the whole podcast.
The whole thing. Yeah. And it was, like, mostly Germany and Scandinavian countries.
Yeah, and it was only, like, tourist things that they did.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, 4 beers.
4
This is
beers.
the last one.
Oh, this one's fun.
I like it. This was supposed to be our theme song, I think.
Yeah, we missed out. So it's a happy, upbeat podcast.
For some reason, this reminds me of, like, my big fat Greek wedding.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's just, like, very, like, oh.
It's like a celebration.
Like, I want to scream, like, oh, during it, you know?
Maybe it's like a podcast about, like, all the, I don't know. What if it's a podcast, like, purely celebrating people's birthdays?
Oh.
Like, everyone whose birthday it is that day, the person just talks about, like, just talks about their birthday. And it's just like, happy birthday to this person!
That's
you know?
interesting.
It's just all gotta be a celebration.
That's really interesting.
Or maybe they find, like, fun things going on in the world that they're celebrating.
Wow.
I feel like it could just be, like, totally happy birthday to everyone whose birthday it is.
Do you know what I was thinking? I was thinking, like, it's a podcast made by a tourism board of a country.
Yes. To be like, our country's so great, awesome.
Yeah.
Come visit it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And literally every episode's like a profile with a local cheese maker or like a local oil maker or like a loyal baker.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And that's every episode. Or like the person who is the curator at the small museum you would never go to if you didn't hear about it.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah.
But I like yours
That's
too.
good too. That's so funny.
Anyway, so that was our last one that we're gonna do. But this was honestly a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thank you to Kevin McLeod.
Yeah, however you say your last name. Thank you.
We may or may not write his name in places. But in Compotech, remember this, all you people who need to make movies.
Yeah.
Get your music from here. Anyway, thanks for listening. You can find us on all the social medias. That's not true. Just Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
And you can find us on YouTube, Google Play, iTunes, SoundCloud.
That's all of them.
We're not Spotify yet. Or ever.
No,
you have to be like big to go.
Yeah.
Remember to leave a comment, rate and review, and subscribe, and like us. And that's it.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening.
Thanks.